time for the faith walk of the day. I happened to catch a clip of me and my husband on a podcast with a friend of ours named Albert Tate. And he was asking, when did we have big faith moments? When were there moments in your life where you had to have big faith, where your faith had to be bigger than everything you saw, than your circumstances? And my husband was talking about when we were getting married, before we were married, and he wanted to buy a house. And it was a big empty lot, and he was there with a builder. And the builder told him, it'll cost about $800,000 to get it done. And this is what my husband said. He said in the inside, he was like, oh, but he looked at his father's face. And his father was so affirming, like, yeah, my son could do that. And he said he had to borrow from his dad's faith.
Yes.
Because his dad had bigger faith than him.
Yes.
My question today is there somebody around you that when your faith gets low has bigger faith than you? I know I've had people around me that when I had to do something, whether it was music or family or home or church, and I had moments of concern, because I don't want to call it doubt or fear, somebody around me, somebody in my crew, in my circle was like, nah, Ian, you can do this. Sometimes you need friends with bigger faith than you. Matter of fact, not sometimes, all the time. Because the enemy is going to come at us on every hand to knock you down, to turn you to the left, to turn you in the wrong direction, to make you stop believing. But you've got to have big faith. Your faith cannot be based on what you see and what you know.
Yes.
It has to be something bigger than you. And sometimes God is challenging you, asking you, can you do it? Just to see if you'll say, yes, Lord, I can do all things through Christ. I know you've equipped me. There's no way God would ask you to do something big and not be the God that's able to get it done. So don't let your doubt, don't let your anxiety get in the way of having big faith. You've got to have big faith. You got to believe big. It's got to be a belief that's bigger than anything that you've seen or done before. What I'm doing in my life, I never would have imagined this. This is all big faith. Not because I knew it, not because I'm so smart, this is all big faith. God opened the door because I said yes, because I stood on his word, because I believed, because I pushed myself outside of my borders, outside of my norm, outside of my regular. What is your norm that you're sticking to? What is safe that you've been doing? Sometimes you got to get outside of safe. Sometimes you got to go walk into that danger zone, that area where you're like, I'm not sure if I can do this. No, you can't do it, but God can.
Amen.
You got to have big enough faith to do the impossible, all right? Through Christ, you can do it all. Trust me, you can. I'm a living witness. Have big faith, all right? That's my faith walk for the day, ladies and gentlemen.